slide it open on the top and the front. You see it.
Today, I want to be talking about a topic that many people struggle with, which is resisting peer pressure and bullies. So, this subject is about sticking to your beliefs and staying true to yourself. So, let's talk about staying true to yourself. So, one situation at school I had was this kid who tried to make me give him my watch because he thought it was cool and it looked like he was going to break with it. He's going to break it. And he had that reputation of bullying others, so I said no. Then he got mad a little bit, so he offered me his Fitbit, which I didn't want. So he got mad again, and then he just gave up. So if you don't listen to others, or anyone that's trying to bully you, no one can hurt you, at least verbally. So examples you can say to yourself is being polite, being nice to your parents and grandparents, even if you have to do it in front of your friends. So you should follow your instincts and do what's right. Don't care what other people think, and do whatever you want. So the definition of peer pressure: when one's groups of friends, classmates, or family members influence you into thinking and acting a certain way. It can be either negative or positive. So let's talk about sticking to your beliefs and doing what feels right to you. First, you should know what makes you uncomfortable and ask, will my parents approve? Or will my parents be proud? And why am I doing this? You have to know when to stick up for somebody in need or when you can be helpful. Stand up for what you believe, even if it means standing alone. So now, let's talk about negative peer pressure. When a group of peers does negative things, saying mean things, or bullying others into doing what they are uncomfortable doing. First, I must admit that if something is wrong. So then, I will have to try to change the subject or walk away and get the group to do something else. And third, if possible and safe to do, I will have, or I could stick up for others. So, one example at my school, this kid named Shang Yi, he was playing with me and my friends. And one of my friends was like, hey look, it's Shang Yi, more like Shang P, because it kind of rhymed. And my other friends, of course, followed him because it's one of his best friends. Well, I tried to change the subject and get them to do something else, but then, of course, they would ignore me. So me and Shinny had to walk out of there because we didn't want to get involved with something bad. So now, let's talk about positive peer influence. You should hang out with people who are positive and will help you. Hang out with people who are nice, fun, productive, and interesting. Well, they could keep you they could keep you from doing bad things and doing lazy things. And they will help you to grow. A good thing to do if a friend is in need or others are in need is that say encouraging words. Like, you can do it, keep trying, you got this. Well, I have a lot of friends, and this is a small group of my friends, and they are smart and they are fun to be around. Sometimes every time I walk up to them, they're always talking about games. And this other game, mobile game called Brawl Stars and Overwatch. So, of course, I don't play those games, but I can get along to them and change the subject and talk to whatever that we'd like to talk about. They help me, and I help them back. And I'm very comfortable with them because they are very easygoing. So I can influence others in a positive way. So you can motivate others to do better by helping them and saying encouraging things. You can also influence them to be better. Well, like last year, one of my friends, he was very fun and nice, but he had bad bad grades and he wasn't doing too fine. So I had to push him, and of course he would feel uncomfortable about that because every time I tried to push him, he would not do it. But after a while, I finally got him to do some work, and then he brought up his grades. Another example is my messy brother. So sometimes he would do bad things. I had to teach him what not to do and what to do. So one time he got bullied, and I had to tell the teacher because he did none of anything that you're supposed to do. Well, when he told the teacher, the bully got in trouble, but then the bully tried to get back at me, saying that I kicked a rock at his backpack even though there was no evidence of, which I didn't do, because I'm not that type of person, at least what I think. So having influence over others is powerful. I shouldn't do anything bad because my friends, my little brother, and others may copy me. I have to be careful of what I share out loud. Make sure whatever I say isn't offensive and mean. I want to lead by setting a good example for others, and I believe that you should be true to yourself, stick to your belief, be kind to others, and do not give in to negative peer pressure. So whenever you're in doubt, just ask yourself, will my parents approve of my actions? Mr. MC?